first of all, for that wonderful foundation for all of us. And watching all these folks all over the country from different races and parties, with different belief systems from different religions. You look over the crowd and you see America, and folks are doing things that they never thought they do. They're coming out in the afternoon in the blazing sun to go to a political rally. The folks who aren't as fortunate to live in the beautiful state of Florida, sometimes you're standing out in the cold, in the snow, holding up signs. Folks are going to volunteer offices, getting on phones, calling up complete strangers, trying to convince them, educate them, sometimes having the phone hung up on you, but you keep calling back. Folks knocking on doors right here in Gainesville. It's my understanding that on Saturday, you all knocked on 17,000 doors right here in this city. That is amazing. People are feeling a passion. There's change in the air. This is a movement. Woo! And while I like to think this has everything to do with my husband, Barack Obama, he will be the first person to tell you, because he said it when he first announced, 20 months ago in February. When he announced, he said this race is not about him and will never be about him. He told us, he said this election, this campaign will be about all of us, all of you. We are here today because of the millions of folks around this country just like you, who are believing in the possibility of change, who are saying, I can own this democracy, I can be a part of this, my voice does count. Yeah. And it has been powerful to see how we've come to this point from so many different paths, with so many different stories, different journeys. For me, I come here as a wife, and I am so proud of my husband. I have watched him over the course of this period of time, and watching him exist in this very difficult environment, I know in my soul there's something I am sure of, that he will be an extraordinary president. But I also come here as a mom. That is my primary function in life. I have many jobs, but who I am, I'm mom, right? And I don't care where I am, if my kids aren't good, I don't breathe well. Until I hear them on the phone and I know that they're happy and they're healthy and that they're feeling loved and they feel whole and fulfilled. See, that makes my day. I think about them constantly. And that's a help to me on this journey, because when I look in the face of a child, all of our children, I know that my stake, our stake in this election is their future. That is for sure. But then I also come to this experience as a daughter, and I tell my story everywhere I go, because it isn't just my story, it is so many people's stories. See, I'm the product, like so many Americans, of a working class background. My father, my parents didn't go to college. Yeah. But what they did do was get up and go to work every day. My father was a stationary fireman, a blue-collar city worker his entire life. And he was also a man that struggled with a disability. He suffered from multiple sclerosis, and he contracted it in the prime of his life. Imagine watching your father, someone who was a boxer, a swimmer, someone who served in the military, watching him slowly debilitate and not be able to walk without the assistance of a cane, watching him struggle to button his shirt in the morning. But what my brother and I saw in my father was a man who didn't talk about his disappointments, didn't complain about his struggle. He got up, he went to work, he was never late, he never talked about his own sacrifice. See, because the beauty of my father, the beauty of my story, and so many stories like that, is like people like my father were proud of the fact that they could get up and go to work. That they could, in this country, create a life for themselves with sheer hard work. That a man like my father, parents like mine, through their own sweat and blood, could raise me and my brothers, send us to some of the best schools in the country, and have us here today. See, now that is the American story that we're fighting for. That's what this election